It's like he's a boxer boxing the dictionary. Now boxes like like it sounds like that with his vocal cords, of his tonsils. He's amazing. Hello guys, my name's Comedian and I'm insatiable. I just can't stop. Speaking of, this is a reaction to Stop, and I'm saying that because this is my third reaction tonight. It's crazy late in the evening, and I told myself I was going to film one, maybe two reactions before editing it and then going to bed at like 6 in the morning. But this album's so good so far, I just can't stop. By J-Hope is the reaction you're about to watch. So my name's Comedian. If you hadn't seen me before, good luck to you. You were doing well before. Mistake, arguably. Of the 3 tracks I've heard so far off the Jack in the Box album, I've loved all of them. It's actually incredible so far, which is why I didn't want to Stop by J-Hope. You're watching Comedian Reacts to Stop by J-Hope. I'll stop doing that. Stop by J-Hope. Oh, I've got to end this cycle, this brain cycle. Yeah, this album has been incredible so far. The instrumentals are right up my street. The lyricism's so good. His flow has never been better. It's just amazing stuff. It feels like what you might call a sophomore album, like J-Hope all grown up and really showing off his stuff. We're going to react to this very soon, don't worry. Just a little slight disclaimer. This is one of those early lyric videos. The last one I reacted to didn't seem too bad, but this could be gibberish. It might not be. I'll try and keep that in mind and try not to insult J-Hope too much if it starts talking about crabs and lobsters and taking over the world. Could also be true. Prophetic, maybe. But speaking of prophetic, I prophesized that you are going to subscribe right now. That's less of a prophecy and more of a commentary, I guess. But you're also going to like the video right now. You're going to get comfy. Check out my Patreon if you want to help support this whole mess. Before it gets any more messy, let's click that play button and get going. Ooh, it's smooth. It's a smooth beat. All right. Is it weird that part of me, sorry to pause it so quickly, but is it weird that part of me is still hoping for the rest of this album to be like more? This sounds great already, and the song, I've loved all the songs after that. It's just, I was so taken aback and shocked, taken from behind by J-Hope's More and the fact he burst into this 4-piece band, grungy wall of noise sound. I want more of that. I'm really hoping there's more of that on this album. So far, this sounds like a rap song. I love rap. Have mentioned that this evening, so that's also fine with me. But anyway. Oh, he's really coming in with the deep bars. Concentrate. Friend values personality conflicts. Is this BTS drama we're heading at? Daily friendship, natural disasters. Okay, this seems like might be more gibberish. The nice thing about the song Pandora's Box was the lyrics would not. They were fairly complex. Maybe it was just a good translation. Maybe I should try to find the same channel. I don't know. But this seems like really verbose, packed lyricism, syllables packed into everything. So I can see why maybe the translation would be more difficult. I'm being so nice about the person who made this video. So nice. You suck. Giving is on my side, trying to hide red sun as an anger. This is very interesting. Don't fight. Fight. Am I crazy for wondering if this is him saying that he is like not the judge, because that would imply he encourages it, but like the kind of the mediator, the person who gets between people who are fighting? And as the people he spends most time with at BTS, is this him saying he's like the person in the group who's like, guys, you can both spank each other's bottoms, stop fighting. You can do it at the same time. We have technology for that now. The thing longer. Oh, his flow is ridiculous in this album. He sounds so cool. Listen to this. It's like he's a boxer boxing the dictionary. Now boxes like it sounds like that with his vocal cords, of his tonsils. He's amazing. How is everyone the same? A single grain of... Oh, he's going here. Oh, this is something I think about a lot. If that's what he's going at, he's thinking, how is everyone the same? He's contemplating the idea that's put out there that there's no actual bad people in the world, the evil. If that's what he's going at, it's a very fascinating concept, because it's that whole thing of people always say, oh, if I was around during slavery times, or if I was around in World War II is a classic one, I would definitely have been like a freedom fighter. Or even that the people would say, oh, I would never have become a Nazi. But then there's a whole psychological thing where people just people who are otherwise good or whatever just kind of put their heads down and kept up with the status quo, which arguably a lot of us are doing right now anyway. It's not like the world is so brilliant right now, but it's a fascinating idea. The idea, are people inherently good? Is everyone good and some people just get corrupted? Oh, where's this going? This is a sample, I'm guessing. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, I can't say this enough times. I so respect BTS, all of them individually as artists. The things they sing about is just like not... When you consider how huge they are as artists, these guys are so intelligent, they're so plugged in, they're really thinking about deep stuff. It's crazy. Like, obviously it makes sense why they're so popular, but it's just so, like, who is singing about this stuff? I watch the news too, but what's that? Deadly Criminal, is he really like that? That thing of like seeing, you know, like a serial killer or like, I don't know, like a news piece and thinking is like, I guess he's thinking, is he really like that? As in like, is that just his soul? Is there more going on? Was he corrupted this way? You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what he's getting at. Conduct of men is worse than animals. Interesting. This is almost like the wokest stuff ever. He's like saying, you know, they're saying this person acted like an animal, but he's still a human being, which is fascinating. Stop. And if it's then coming back down to him, stop. So if he's saying he's the person that always intervenes, breaks up fights, calms people down, is that him saying that he sees the best in everyone? So he could even look at a serial killer and be like, there's a human in there, maybe I could speak to them. He should probably be like a therapist or something. He's wasted on music. I'm trying to calm down, but this song is ridiculous. These lyrics are destroying me. Environment, education. Okay, what? Back to base, look at it again. The environment, education, systems of life. Sorry, I'm going to be pausing this because these lyrics are crazy and they need a bit of interpretation because they're not great translation. What's different from me? Okay, so I think he's looking at this person who's been called an animal and saying, what makes him different from me? Let's just look at this guy. Human nature. Is he saying, oh, this is fascinating. Human nature, that one thing, please be right. Is that almost him being like, you know, you look at somebody who's a killer and being like, oh, what's so different between me and him? That one thing, please be right, as in I have to believe he's just evil. I have to believe that it's just, there's something off with him. That I have to believe that couldn't be me in a different scenario or a different birthplace or something. Oh, this is heavy topic. I'm loving it. And the samples, I love it. Sounds like a social media kind of diss. It's a smart word, but not smart. Most themselves angry, non-face-to-face meeting, which I think I'm so good at reading between the lines on gibberish translation these days. I feel like that's talking about online socializing and stuff. You know, it's so easy behind the anonymity of the internet, being in a different country even, just to like spew hate at each other, and that hate begets more hate, of course. Too many viruses. Yeah, the hatred on the internet is like a virus. Stop. Wow. J-Hope, seriously, man. This is an amazing topic for a song. The laws of causality. Okay, he's doubling down on this. So we come into the world by the laws of causality. So we're in the same boat. A small start's a big step. The world has changed, there are no bad people. So is he going to say the world's changed, there's no bad people, just bad environments, bad situations? It's so interesting, like this is stuff I think about. Okay, but it ends, that's right. It ends, that's right. So it's like a kind of like a, what's it called? Like a rhetorical question. Is that it? Is that the word? As in like, is he being like, is that right? There's no bad people? This is a topic I think about all the time because it's one of the things that really gets to me, because I feel like whenever I look at so-called evil people in the world, people, you know, even who are straight up, you know, blatantly more obvious evil, the kind of evil we can identify with, like, you know, Darth Vader, serial killers, that kind of stuff, or the kind of people, or the kind of more insidious evil, the evil that really, I think, corrupts the whole world, which is people in positions of power who have really bad intentions. They have way more of an effect on the world than, you know, a serial killer might kill a load of people, and that's really sad. But as far as, you know, if you could measure misery conveyed, misery affected, you know, somebody who's like you know, a political leader who's a massive dick, or a CEO who's a massive dick, they technically, I think, have way more of a negative effect on the world. And I think, you know, some leaders, they have such a negative effect on the world. Like, you know, Hitler's obviously a great example, really terrible, bad person, but they have such an effect on the world. Like, it trickles down forever. That hatred trickles down forever. And I really think, like, my take on this is that it seems to me almost obvious, or like that's my logic of line of thinking, is that the people in the world who are really, really bad, or my definition of the ones that cause the most harm, people in these positions of power who are really set out to just either directly cause evil, or or the more the motivation is they just want to make themselves feel good, and if that's at everyone's expense, then so be it. I think those people typically, my, you know, small, very uneducated, not qualified to speak on this, but whatever, it's the internet, I can do that anyway. I think they typically have personality disorders, it seems like. You name them, like, you know, sociopathy, psychopathy, narcissism. Like, think about all the divisive political figures or anyone you can think, and it seems almost too easy to diagnose them. And maybe that is just too simple. But that has led me to wonder, like, what would the world be like if we could cure the world of personality disorders? Like, if you could take a vaccine or whatever, some Gattaca-style DNA modification, so that nobody is born with personality disorder. And then that also asks other questions, like, you know, would that be fascist? Would that be like stamping out a valid form of evolution, a valid form of person? I'd like to think it wouldn't be, or that I think the sad thing about people with personality disorders is that they often, in their own ways, even if they're not fully denied on experiencing love, they never get to experience love in the way everyone else does, because it's not, you know, like unconditional love, the best kind of love. When you're somebody that can't help but hurt people, it's basically impossible to find unconditional love at that point. Or, you know, it's difficult, and love is much more closed off to you. So I think in a way, you know, they don't get to experience life the way they should, and they don't get to experience true happiness. So maybe it would be. Anyway, this is a whole moral thing, but it is fascinating. Like, this is a topic I think about a lot, the idea of good versus evil, if people are inherently evil, all that kind of stuff. The way J-Hope has broken down and spoke, he's said so much about it in 2 minutes. It's so impressive. So impressed by this. I'm on the same boat. The world has changed. I love how he says there are no bad people. That's right. So he's definitely saying, who knows? But I love that he's opened that line of discussion. J-Hope, call me. Let's talk about this. Which reminds me, apparently, a way of telling if you're Gen Z or millennial or older is if you do that versus that for a phone. I had no idea. Devastating to find out. Enjoy it while it lasts, Gen Z. Soon Gen Alpha and Omega will be in here being like, that? No, we don't have those kind of phones anymore. We have finger phones. It's like this now. That's a phone. Comedy. Anyway, where to even begin with that? I'm tempted to dive back in, but I just keep talking about morality and sociopaths for like 10 years. So, but yeah, fascinating song. I love it. I really didn't think this album could get better, or I was like, maybe this album's peaked. What if I don't like the next song as much? But this might be my favorite one so far, at least thematically and lyrically. It's incredible. Really, really amazing, humbling stuff. Like, it's so cool he's thinking about this. I would so love to sit this man down and talk to him about morality and about good and evil and stuff. Make it happen. J-Hope, if you're watching and I didn't scare you away, make it happen. I've got some thoughts, and we could discuss them over a beer, or a soju, if you will, although I have a pretty bad experience with soju. You know, and like the first time you try something, it makes you ill, and it's kind of like tainted forever. Anyway, that's a whole story for a whole nother reaction. But yes, I absolutely loved that. Let me know what you guys thought, or let me know what your thoughts are on morality and good versus evil and all that kind of stuff. It's a fascinating topic. It's so cool that he's talking about this. Really amazing, like, just vibrant, inspirational, hard-hitting lyrics. So cool. But yeah, please let me know in the comments what you thought, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure you've liked it, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I'm going to be reacting to this whole album in turn. I might do a live reaction to the whole album on Twitch tomorrow. I'll have to see what time I wake up. But go subscribe to my Twitch in the description, and please also check out my Patreon, patreon.com/comedianreacts. Not only will you be supporting this independent YouTube video person channel thing, but you get to support yourself with some more entertainment. I've got loads of cracking Run BTS and Bon Voyage reactions on there, early access to my videos, weekly polls. There's a lot of fun stuff on there, guys. Really worth checking out. Also worth checking out is my Discord, because everyone in my community is lovely, and that is me being sincere for once. It's true. Like, my fans are really nice. which I think says something about me. Which means if you're watching this, you're probably really nice yourself. So thank you for being nice. Have a splendid evening or whatever. And remember, if you like this reaction to J-Hope's song about morality, then click the subscribe button. To not do so would be insanity. Wow, what a track. Just thought patterns and brain cells fire.